never imagined your sister would have sided. Well, Paimon believes in both of you, and when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Right? She said we needed to reach the end of our journey, and we won't find out what this journey is or where it will end unless... don't mention it, partner. Although, where should we go next? If we... Oh, you mean the god that took your sister away? You're right. After all, everything that followed, all this confusion... Yeah, Paimon bets she's the key... Well, we've ruled out 2 gods so far. The Animo and Geo are... Paimon doesn't think we can simply walk into Inazuma. Why don't we ask someone from Inazuma how to gain entrance? Oh, Paimon's thought of someone already! Atsuko in Lua Harbor! Let's see what she has to say.
What's the hurry?
Oh. Hello. Oh, I mean good fortune, right? Is there anything I can help you?
We wanted to ask, how do we get into...
Oh, so that's why you're...
Great! We came to the right...
But the chance of success is...
Incredibly small. Then...
It was in leaving Inazuma that I found out just how... All I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. There was After I'd escaped their clutches, I floated on the open ocean for... I don't know how many days. My rations, but to my surprise, my journey didn't end there. That's right. I escaped by the skin of my teeth.
What a horrible journey! And you set off knowing...
Well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so stifling. The Kanjo Commission subjects everyone...
Kanjo Commission? What's that?
Along with the other 2 commissions, they oversee everything in Inazuma. We usually collectively refer to them as the Tri-Commission. I suppose one of the obligations of the Kanjo Commission is to conduct rigorous identity checks on all individuals leaving or entering Inazuma. All non-nationals are processed. Meanwhile, the Tenryo Commission is responsible for implementing the recently promulgated Vision Hunt Decree. It doesn't feel good to speak ill of my home like this, but after spending so long under that oppressive atmosphere, what I mean to say is, unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go to Inazuma, you should know that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed in a perpetual tempest of wind and rain. Supposing you survived that, you would still need to... And even if you did manage to find a way, you'd still have to produce the necessary documents.
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in Inazuma, huh?
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. But if you really are set on going, they're...
The raft idea sounds a little...
That's not what I meant. You could ask someone from the Crux Fleet if they have some way of getting you to Inazuma. Voyaging far and wide has made them a well-traveled group with a wide range...
You're right! Paimon sure Beto of all people will be able to get us there. Her crew is super... But Paimon wonders if she'll be willing to take...
The Alcor is the flagship of the Crux Fleet. I heard that it's currently anchored by Guyun Stone Forest on...
Then there's no time to lose! Let's go...
What's the hurry? Ah! Watch the wind.
Ahoy there, mateys! Time to set sail! What in the world do those symbols mean?
Oh, if it isn't the Traveler in Paimon. I knew you guys would...
Paimon? What a fascinating being. You two...
Huh? The fragrance of what now? That's the weirdest compliment Paimon's ever...
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone, that we should meet.
You're not far off, but they go by a different name in Inazuma. I prefer... This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally, he opens his mouth and flowers come out and...
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible of me not to acknowledge it with...
Well, I can't argue with that.
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry's sake tends to lack meaning.
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily.
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash? Also...
Huh? I thought you might be here to sign up. You're telling me you've never even heard of it? The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There'll be a whole bunch of folks taking... There are two important rules. 1, competitors must be renowned fighters, so you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think there's anyone out there who hasn't heard. 2, you can't take part if you've got a vision. Otherwise, things... You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. There are a few crowd... And with Liu as savior taking part in the tournament, now that's gonna turn a few heads.
But we didn't come here to take part...
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that the... Get this. It's a
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken...
Is there really such thing as a masterless...
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. As for whether this shell has any practical application, well, this remains to be seen.
Yep. And the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone's able to rekindle it, it's gotta be an individual. Organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents. And hopefully so if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
Yeah, we're interested in getting to Inazuma.
Inazuma? You...
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma? No sweat. In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice. Masterless vision, or a ticket to Inazuma.
You just want him to take part in your...
What's wrong with that? The more talent we have, the better the turn...
What are we gonna do? Looks like we...
Great. Then let's get you signed up. Head to the tournament arena in Guyun Stone.
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before the answer is What's the hurry?
see who the other competitors are. Beto said that they had to be renowned fighters. Who will we be up? Hi there! Are you here for the Crux Clash?
That's right. Nothing beats real-life combat for honing your skills. But this tournament is more than just a chance to put training into practice.
Exactly. With a vision, we'd quickly become our...
This master of yours must be pretty incredible.
Famous? He's the founder of the Lingshan clan, and his skills are unparalleled. Liang and I are... You probably wouldn't have heard of it. It was founded quite recently. But he's got to be a grand master or something. He's created many to the Lingshan clan. He teaches a special technique known...
Force dispersal.
It's a type of breathing exercise where you can train yourself to harness the energy around you. For example, our master can use it to alter the path of an attacking fist, or change the direction.
One time, he sent a challenger flying into the air without lifting a finger.
It sure is, but it's extremely difficult to cultivate this ability. We've been training for ages and we're still getting...
We're clearly not that naturally gifted, or we would have at least gotten the gist by now. If we don't start making progress soon, we'll probably...
There's a tuition fee?
Of course! This is a grand master we're talking about here. He doesn't have time to waste. If you want face-to-face training, you've got to...
But here we are, having trained under him directly all this time without even a hint of him. Recently, though, we heard that a vision bearer joined the Guhua clan and made pretty much instant progress.
So, if we can get our hands on a vision too, maybe we can finally make our master proud.
Well, we have to try something new. Otherwise,
Exactly. It can't hurt to try. And if it turns out it does work, folks will come from far and wide. Heck, we could even become the dominant martial arts clan in all of Liyue.
See you in the arena.
Hello? Are you here to compete in the...
You bet I am. Have you put your names down yet? Well, I'd have a look at the entrance criteria if I were you. Then, the Clash is a comprehensive test of fighting ability. Anyone who turns up for show over skill is gonna get their... Nobody wants to see that, right?
Yeah, we heard a rule about that. So...
Me? Only a former runner-up in the Chihu Rock Freestyle Comp...
Also, that...
What? You... Nonsense! Have you been living under a rock? It's been going on for years. There were plenty of... Not to mention, I've helped the Millilith catch treasure hoarders before. There were 2 of them trying to escape. They tried to sneak past me under the cover of darkness. They didn't know what hit them. I planted a left hook on the skinnier one's face and sent him flying. Then, the big guy pulled out a nut. I stood my ground, of course. A roundhouse kick sent the blade hurtling into a beam above us. I told you. Unarmed, outnumbered 2 to 1, but I'm not saying I came out completely unscathed, of course. But the fact remains that I did manage to subdue the both.
But for us, even 4 or 5 treasure hoarders at a time is all in... Alright,
I'll see you in the arena. But I don't plan on losing to a pair of
Hey, youngster. Are you here for the Crux Clash too? If so, seems I found my...
So you're also here for the tournament?
You better believe it. I wouldn't be here if I didn't... For me, obtaining a vision is the final and most important piece in the puzzle that is... No. It's not about what I want to do. This is about who I want to be. I know how that sounds, but let me explain. I've lived a successful life so far. I've passed every exam I've ever taken, enjoyed numerous successful business ventures, and in most people's eyes, I am already the very embodiment of the perfect person. Though, of course, I'd never let the praise get to my head. A vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
That's not important. I have a contact in the Crux fleet who was happy to vouch for me. So, they very kindly made... I've also brought along a bit of an entourage for moral support. Of course, I also put in a few good days' practice, concentrating mostly on rare and esoteric styles. Ha! You don't mince your words, do you? Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before you'll get to see me in it.
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego, some gullible guys pay way too much for their kung fu classes.
Chink's a village arm wrestling champion, huh? Alright, next please. What's your name? Wait, did I hear that right?
Is it really them?
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer, though?
I have to ask. Aren't you the traveler that helped Liyue fight off the— Oh, it's really him!
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the rite of parting.
Oh, I wonder if—
I trust you are aware that, only those without visions can enter the tournament? Really? But from what I've heard, the things you're capable of in combat are nothing short of extraordinary.
Yep, he still doesn't have a vision though. See for yourself.
My apologies. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sure a great hero like yourself would have no reason to lie. It's just a formality for you, of course, but I have to make a record of competitors' achievements. So far, I've got defeated the ancient god Osile, so that's one. Do you have any others?
Yeah, put that down. And also, defeated the
Whoa.
Might as well declare him the champion.
I wonder if it's too late to withdraw.
Okay, that's plenty. Actually, this is the most Right, your registration is complete. A great hero such as yourself can surely only be here for one thing. To win the tournament?
Oh, we're not here for that. We're here because Captain Beto promised to take us to Inazumma.
There's another prize, too?
Beto must have upped the stakes this time to attract top talent.
But why would anyone want to go somewhere as dangerous?
I see. So, I take it you discussed your— Well, nobody expected you to sign up to a tournament like this. Anyway, the qualifying rounds are about to begin. I'll leave—
Hey, so Paimon's thinking about that whole— Even though you don't have a vision, most people in Teyvat think that— So Paimon thinks you probably shouldn't use your elemental abilities during the tournament. You know, in any case, looking at the competition, it should still be pretty easy for you to win. Alright, it's showtime! You got this!
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready to compete? Good. Then please follow me into the—
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. His first bout begins now!
Seems like you got a pretty good chance of winning this thing. What a strange guy. Why was he so confident to begin with? Come on, let's go sign up. Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beto. She'll probably have something to say to us.
I knew I wouldn't regret it. So, what do you think, Kazuha? He totally dominated that guy and did it with—
Impressive. But I also observed our favorite exercise summers.
Well, I've fought my fair share of battles, both big and small. So come on. We all know you've got a wide vocabulary in there. Can't you spare a word or two to
All right. Let me think how to aptly phrase. You fought well.
All right then. I was thinking your inner poet might want to join in the fun, but you know, a lot of competitors came to me saying how surprised they were. And since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than a few top-tier fighters among them. I'm sure lots of them are here to— Well, since everyone's for one thing, we don't want you wasting all your energy in the early rounds fighting people who are well below your level. Not to mention, so I'm putting you straight through to the semi—
Huh? But we only just started the qualifiers. Seems like a crazy—
This is how Captain Beto works. Besides, at your level, you would have made it to the—
To be fair,
All right, I'm gonna watch some more of the tournament. If there's any potential contenders for you out— We're finally here, folks. The real show—
The captain seems to have high hope. Your opponent has fought many rounds to get to the semifinals. That you may well be stronger than him, but this should not give you cause to lower your guard. Very well. Show me that you are ready.
All right, that's enough chit-chat for now. The audience is waiting. Go find the crew member that signed—
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux Clash, but I do not doubt your abilities, but I would suggest that...
Relax, my guy's at the top of his game!
Okay, follow me.
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize. You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for. It's a fury! Yeah! It's a fury! How's this? You're pretty good. I'm sweating all over. It's a good... Congratulations. I was beaten by the best. I need to
Right! For a moment there, Paimon was... If you had a vision, you'd definitely be one of the strongest around.
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid. People said that if you're... But mine? I lost interest eventually. I've fought and won against vision bearers before. The power they have was given...
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try and get your hands on that master...
No, I didn't. I only wanted to pit my... Only in defeat can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them. So I'm pleased with today's...
Wow! Now that...
If you have the chance in the future, please come and spar with me again. I will be strong...
by the way, do you know who else...
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. But so don't get too cocky.
There he goes. Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find out about our opponent in the final round. Paimon thinks we might need to up our game a little.
Ah, it's you! I watched your match. I myself was eliminated in the third round.
Maybe next time, huh? By the way...
Why, yes. He's the same one who defeated me. He is a formidable opponent. Quick on his feet, I faltered for but a brief moment. But given my stature, I have no fear of squaring off with physically strong opponents. Still, I'm sure he'll be no match for you. He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but instead he took it straight to the nose. There was blood all over. His opponent was pretty freaked out by it. He kept asking him, "Why didn't you dodge?" But he was pretty much out cold by that point. "Why don't you dodge?" they ask. Because to not dodge is the very essence of Lingshan clan kung fu. It's just that he... Don't even get me started. I spent all my energy helping him get from here to the boat to take him back to the harbor. I don't dare tell my master about this. Otherwise I'd never hear the end of it. Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining in front of you like this. I'm afraid I'm still...
Oh, alright then. Hope your buddy...
Thanks, I'll do my best.
We still haven't got any useful information yet.
You gave an outstanding performance. Truly commendable. I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts of this kind, but you were quick to adapt and managed to claim victory over you. In fact, I discerned this not from what I saw, but what I heard. The ground beneath your...
He's right. But I guess not using your elemental powers must be...
We wanted to ask about who our opponent will be in the final round. Do you...
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the finals aren't necessarily stronger. They tend to have some... As for the guy you'll be facing, his skill lies in his speed, and he has superior form. What's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off more than you can chew this time?
If that is the case, then I have a proposal for you. I haven't properly introduced myself yet. In the land...
yeah, we could tell that from your getup. But at the same time, when you talk, you don't really...
It is true that I am versed both in literary and martial traditions. I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess. but I myself have witnessed reputable fighters hailing from across. Given your talents, a few hints from me will be.
Hang on. Don't you think you're bending the rules a bit there?
Gathering intelligence is an essential part of any duel. You must. Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their journey from Mondstadt. Such a.
You betcha! Wait a second. We never told you that we've been to.
Does one not leave a trail when traveling through? However, there is only so much that can be discerned from these traces. Eyes, come with me. Some post-match and.
Maybe we can go talk to Beto. Surely she's gotta know something.
Now that we're alone, let me cut to the heart of the matter. You are skilled in manipulating the elements, and not just a.
Paimon knew that you were hinting at something from the moment.
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your elemental ability, if I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your reluctance to use elemental skill. When I talk about that which I see or hear in you, this is not poetic. Since a young age, I have been attuned to the tidings of nature. It is things of this nature that I also hear.
As crazy as all that sounds,
My humble abilities are negligible compared to your incredible feats. To think a human could wield the elements without a and not to mention your incredibly complex scent.
hey, stop evaluating us based.
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental abilities? So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned to channel elemental energy and even wield?
Aw, it's nothing really. Paimon just told them it's been a long journey, and many things have happened along the way. Honestly, even Paimon doesn't understand how it all works.
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence of the gods and the visions. However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing how you wield the elements. Perhaps it may yet. Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. Now then, let's test your.
Dodge this! Cool it! Dodge this! Freeze! Don't push your luck! Cool it! Oh, so soft. Freeze!
No escape!
Let's spark things a little.
Dodge this! Cool it! Dodge this! What's the hurry? Cool it! Dodge this! Freeze! Cool it! Freeze! Cool it! This moment will be frozen in time. Dodge this! Cool it!
Freeze! Dodge this! Your skills in battle are true. Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance, which in it he relies entirely on the element of surprise. In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to detect weak points, then his attack please, save your thanks. If anything, I should be thanking you for the opportunity. The world is a truly mysterious place, it seems.
You seem kind of obsessed with visions, but don't you already have your own? Why are you so—
I desire to know what meaning visions have to the god, and what influences the god's decision. My apologies. You must be for allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways. I am willing to answer any— So that's what you're curious about? As you well know, a vision hunt decree is currently underway. Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this gift are now having their— In the outset, supposing each of the 7 archons had their criteria for granting vision, not to mention, with no new electrovisions having been granted.
She sounds less like an archon and more like—
As far as I know, she is an archon that pursues eternity. She will— Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma—
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered in the beginning would do.
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro Archon before? With time, we will— If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answer. The time for your match is approaching.
Oh, right! We got so distracted talking about Inazuma that—
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return together. Very well. Let's go. I wish to see—
Why isn't he— Never mind. We can start by making your entrance first. Everyone, listen up! We've reached the climax of the Crux We've seen many exciting battles today, and now I'd like to introduce our first combatant. Though few have seen him, he strikes fear into the heart of Osile, and the mere mention of his name causes even the Fatui Harbingers to turn—
Wow!
I'm sure everyone witnessed his thrill, but today's final round will surely take things up. As for our other combatant— Oh, come on, what could be taking him so long? You can't— Apologies! Everyone just sit tight! We've got no other choice. If he doesn't show up—
Wait a moment. Something— Captain Beto, perhaps we should check on the prize. Traveler, come with—
Let me see. It's gone all right.
Huh? Did somebody steal it? Who would dare do—
We don't know when it was taken exactly. I never thought that someone here would have—
No need to worry. Even the craftiest sleight of hand— The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my responsibility to look after.
Well, if you insist, I'll stay here and try to offer some explanation.
If you would, please come with me.
But we're on an island. Where could he have possibly—
Come with me. I can sense the winds are—
Huh? A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there we can continue our search for clues.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the prize in the first place?
I heard it the moment it was stolen.
Well, then why didn't you stop him?
You'll see, shortly.
Prepare yourself.
Cool it. Don't push your luck. Dodge this. Cool it. Freeze.
You can't run from death.
The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
Hoarders, they're here! Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back.
I got careless.
Dodge this. Cool it.
The hunter becomes the hunted.
What's the hurry?
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway.
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
The wind? What are you talking about? Drat! If I only had a vision. Or if I could activate...
This has nothing to do with visions. You may be skilled at... Additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed for reasons that are too numerous to go into. And on top of that, I could hear your boat... In other words, you failed to meet any of the basic criteria.
You...
But most disappointing of all is the state of the vision. It appears that the vision doesn't respond to human desire in
Fine! I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I decided to register after hearing that this fighting contest was full...
Aha! So you were supposed to be our opponent!
I'd intended to win the contest through skill alone all along. After watching the semi-finals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. But I wasn't about to give up on... Since there was no use in trying to face you in the match, I decided to put my skills to good use while everyone's attention was on... I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape, but somehow you... Drat. This could... I know an empty threat when I hear one. Fine. But you'd better mean it. It didn't activate once I took it.
You know, according to the laws of the sea, the penalty for...
Huh? You're not...
Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up for... It seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief on your...
Whoa! We don't need to go that far!
I never would have guessed you could be so cruel. If this is where talking gets me, then forget it.
Here's something special!
Dodge this! Don't get frostbite! Freeze!
No! Do what you want, but please, don't brand my...
He has persevered to the bitter end. Put down the vision and leave. I've changed my...
Huh?
What's wrong? Are you asking for... It's up to you. Such willingness is commendable.
No need for that. Thank you for...
Huh? Paimon doesn't get it! Were you
I take no pleasure in frightening others. I was just testing when people are forced into a corner. That is when their greatest strength will appear. But unfortunately, nothing happened. Yes. I wanted to know whether it... From the moment he stole the vision, I've tried many other methods in the past, though few tales tell of a masterless vision. After seeing you command multiple elements, I figured that... Come, Why don't you give it a try? Let's see if you can give me the answer I'm hoping for.
The vision...
I see. So no matter. This was expected. I suppose this...
Yeah, what's the story behind this vision?
The story begins with an old friend. He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god. Perhaps one day, I may come to find that all, but as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling beauty of nature that lies along the way.
Kazuha!
It's just another... All right then. It's time we returned. Allow me to gather the wind for us once more.
Huh? Did Beta leave already? Maybe she went back.
If you're looking for the captain, she was summoned by Lady Ning. It seems that the Crux clash got out of hand this time and has attracted... Captain Beto was muttering something about Ningguang being a stick in the mud as she headed off.
It's not unusual.
But still, Captain Beto was disappointed she didn't get to witness the crowning of the new champion. She had been looking for...
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this hero's opponent in the final round. He knew he stood no chance of winning the match, thus the wicked idea. In which case, the Crux clash comes to a clear-cut conclusion.
Huh? So that's what happened? If that's the case, then the rules stipulate that he is disqualified.
Paimon thought we'd win and all, but not like this.
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes, honor given is honor deserved. Now, let me go prepare...
Yes, I believe so. Though Captain Beto is no longer, but the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. You will be plagued by a perpetual... In fact, the relentless rain and wind are also an embodiment of the Raiden Shogun's will.
Hold on a second. You're saying she can change...
Let us not forget that this is one of the 7 Archons. If Liyue's Morax could form Guyun's stone forest by casting down his stone spears, suffice it to say that if you wish to journey to Inazuma, the Alcor will need some time. In the meantime, I intend to embark on a journey of my own. I will try...
Paimon believes you'll find a way for sure.
Thank you. May both our journeys prove meaningful. One final word of warning. The part of your journey that lies at... Come on, let's get moving. We're not frozen in place after all.